Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Diamond One action here with the two teams being Waitakere Bears batting right now and the Brisbane Giants. At the bat at the moment, Hope Maka one out here in the top of the first innings. Maka strikes out to become the second out of the innings. She's replaced by number 12, Atiawa Nono. Fouls that one back to the soccer ground for a strike. No, hits that one down the third baseline, fires it across the diamond for the third out here in the top of the first innings.
Welcome, everyone, to the 2026 Club Nationals. We have the Brisbane Bears against the Bears. The Bears went out in the first inning, and we've got the Brisbane Bears coming up in the bottom of the first and leading off, number 8, the Australian representative, Nicole Conica. Strike for the first strike of the inning. Strike 2 on a changeup. Nice changeup by the pitcher, Mika Cooper.
Pitching out there for Waitakere. 2 strikes.
Mika Cooper and Nicola. Swing and a miss on the outside pitch for the first out of the inning.
Here in the bottom of the first inning.
Brings it up the left fielder, number 23, Kiana Hanare.
Kiana Hanare coming up to bat, number 23.
Ball. And just defensively for the Bears, at shortstop, Shia Hale. Second base, Hope Maka. Behind the plate, Ataha Noa. At first base, Kyla Bromhead. Third base, Rebecca Bromhead. The pitchers, Mika Cooper Nicola. And on that little bunt,
Kyla Bromhead.
Kiana Hanade
Out on the way to first base.
is out.
The
left fielder is Amy Goodmanson. Center field is Tyler Graham.
Maya Fox over.
And the right fielder is Tyler Graham. The right fielder is Tyler Graham. Center fielder is Taylor Maxwell. That brings up number 56, Maya Foxover. We've had an exciting start to the day. The Saints won in extra innings, 2-1 against the Ramblers. These are crossover sections. That's line deep down the left field line, but foul.
Over the third base dugout for a foul ball.
So the Giants, we had a bit of a disaster day with the weather yesterday. So the Saints wound up number 1 in their section. Giants number 2. That's a fly ball deep to left field. Going back.
High fly ball into left field.
For the third out of the inning. And that's Kiana Hanade.
Here in the bottom of the first innings. No score.
Sorry, that's Amy Goodmanson that made the play. And after one full inning of play, it's the Bears 0, Brisbane Giants 0. We'll be back after a word of our sponsor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And leading off for the Waitakere Bears, commentator, I'm Joe Say It Ain't So Fariso. I'll be joined a little bit later by Naomi Shaw. This is the top of the second inning. Number 69, Kyla Bromhead, former White Sox player. Waitakere Bears stalwart. That's a nice change up, but a little up for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Bears were number 1 in their section. And number 2 were the Ramblers, who were beaten 2-1 in the first game, 9 o'clock game. Weather at Fraser Park seems to be clearing. Forecast is for it to clear in the afternoon. Maybe has cleared a little earlier than expected. And that line down the left field line, Tegan Bromhead ducks for cover. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss by Kyla Bromhead for the first out of the inning. And that brings up number 9.
Rebecca Bromhead.
The third base, Rebecca Bromhead. Rebecca also a former White Sox player for many years, and also a Waitakere Bear stalwart. The Bromheads are part of a Whanau-based Waitakere Bear Club with Kyla, Rebecca, and Tegan, all part of the club, and Fran, a longtime manager of the club. Ball. We'll try to get you the umpires as soon as we can. That's fouled off. Defensively for the Brisbane Giants, the center fielder, Nicole Kanika. Left field, Kiana Hanari. The shortstop, Samaya Foxover. Second base, Jessica Rode. First base, Tony Evers. Third base, Siren Letizia. Catches, Sophie Lawrence. Right fielder, Manaya Hanari. And the pitcher, Zali Summers. That's a ground ball up the middle, knocked down by the second base. Jessica Rode, and Rebecca Bromhead has an infield single.
She'll be replaced by number 14, Nikki Cooper-Nicola.
Brings up the pitcher, number 14, Mika Cooper-Nicola, with one down in the top of the second. Strike.
Swings high with the first pitch for strike one.
Designated runner for the Bears, Kayla Clark, number 2. That's fouled. Just down the left field line. Just out of the reach of the first base. Number 28, Tony Evers. It's no balls, 2 strikes with a runner at first. One down in the top of the second inning. Little rise ball up. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down with a runner on first. Bears looking to open up their account. Now the shortstop makes a nice play. The catcher, Sophie Lawrence, made a beautiful throw and got Clark out on the slide to second. Tegan Bromhead wants to have a look. There's the replay. And she might have just got her on the top of the helmet. The umpire made the call. He had a look, and a runner is out. Good call by the umpire. The video showed that the shortstop made the play on the top of the helmet.
2 down it is.
Nice throw by the catcher, Sophie Lawrence. Nice tag by the shortstop. So it's 2 down. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Mika Nicola. Cooper Nicola. That's a ground ball to second base for the 3rd out of the inning.
Victor Road fires that across first base for third out here in the 2nd inning.
And after 1.5 innings of play, it's the Bears 0, Brisbane Giants 0. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. We'll be back after a word for our sponsors. Just check my, yep. We're back with the action in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Brisbane Giants will have Jessica Rode, the second base, lead off. Funny how it always happens. The player that made the last play of the inning starts to lead off. And Jessica Rode made the ground ball out to first. And so she leads off the inning. This Brisbane Giant team is made up of quite a few under 23 representatives. And that's a base hit by Jessica Rode into left field to lead off the inning for the Brisbane Giants. They do have one Australian representative, number 8, the center fielder Nicole Conica. Conica played in the series with Japan and New Zealand a few weeks ago. Was a very good performer for Australia. And that brings up number 28, the first base, Tony Evers. Ball's up. The coach for the Brisbane Giants is a longtime friend of mine who moved over to Brisbane about 20 years ago, Chris Pawaka. Him and his wife and Whanau have moved to Brisbane about 20 years ago. His son Chris played for Hutt Valley and also for the Cardinals Softball Club many moons ago. Great to see the Pawaka family giving back to softball in Brisbane. Ball's high. Sacrifice bunt was in play. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing on the down and in.
Full count now. 3 balls.
That is 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's fouled off down the third base line. Letizia helps out Rebecca Bromhead. Siren Letizia, number 65, is in the on-deck circle. That's line down the left field line, just foul. Tony Evers has a bit of a looping swing. That just misses for a ball. That brings up number 65, Siren Letizia.
1 and 2.
Just was a little bit down and in.
Letizia up to bat now.
Yeah, good pitch. Possibly just off. And the center fielder for the Bears, Tyler Graham, came running in to get the play. Or was that Taylor Maxwell? Sorry, Taylor Maxwell, the center fielder. Tyler Graham is the right fielder. Runners out on a sacrifice bunt attempt. Batting out of the batter's box.
For the first out.
That brings up number 44 to catcher, Sophie Lawrence. Sophie made a beautiful throw in the last inning. Here's the bunt attempt. As you can see, Letizia was out of the batter's box and got hit by the ball, which is an automatic out, with the runners returning to first and second. Umpires having a bit of a powwow. I'm not sure what they would be discussing. Let's see. Possibly that Letizia wasn't out of the batter's box when she got hit. And no, they go back to saying that she was out of the batter's box, although the replay showed it was close. And this game is run with the naked eye and not the pleasure of videotape. Brings up number 44 to catcher, Sophie Lawrence. She squares around to bunt. One ball, no strikes. Brisbane Giants have runners at first and second with one down in the bottom of the second. Ball is up. 2 balls, no strikes. We got a beautiful day in the Hutt Valley now. It's a little overcast, but good softball weather. Currently 16 degrees, should go up to about 18, and the sun should start to break out. As another sacrifice bunt, runners going. She's out at first base. And the Giants have runners at second and third with 2 down. And it brings up the right fielder, number 2, Manaya Hanade. Interested in that they would sacrifice with 1 down, but they wanted to get the runners at second and third. And both are in scoring position now. Second and third, 2 down in the bottom of the second inning. full day of softball today. That's in the hole. And a nice play by Kyla Bromhead to scoop up the throw from Shyla Hale. 6-3. And after 2 full innings of play, it's the Waitakere Bears 0, Brisbane Giants 0. Bears coming up to bat. We'll be back in a moment.
Number 16 it is, Tiana.
All right, just a nice play or attempt by the catcher for the Brisbane Giants, Sophie Lawrence. And batting now for the Waitakere Bears is number 16, Tiara Graham, the designated player. She has a ground ball to third base, and she's safe. She beats out the ground ball. Letizia just bobbled the ball a little bit.
Number 21, Amy Goodman.
And picked it up, and just with the throw, made a strong throw. And it was beaten out by a step. Good call by the umpire. Brings up Amy Goodmanson, the left fielder. Amy Goodmanson, the left fielder. A wild pitch advances.
Ball makes its way to the back of the net, allowing Graham to run across the second base.
That may take off the squeeze or sacrifice. We'll see. Tegan Bromhead will probably want to bring that runner over to third base with less than 2 down and play the percentages. So there's none down, a runner at second base. And a pass ball again, and a runner is out. She made a slide attempt to third base, but overran the base.
Past the base, the tag was able to be affected. 1 down.
Giants get out of jail there. Heads up play by Letizia to stay with the play and made the tag at third base.
3 balls, no strikes. Goodmanson picks the walk, makes the way down to
pick up a base on balls. That'll bring up number 27, the right fielder, Tyler Graham. 1 down in the top of the third inning. Runner at first. 0-0 ball game. That's foul back. nice little catch by the shortstop.
2 down.
Amaya Fox over for the second out of the inning. And that brings up
Back to the top of the
shortstop,
order,
top of the pops, the shortstop, number 15, Shia Hale. Swing and a miss. Shia, a current White Sox player, plays a bit of shortstop, third base, pitches. Very versatile fielder, and also devastating hitter. Good power, good speed. Swing and a miss on that changeup.
To get a strike. One ball, 2 strikes.
Zali Summers tries to go outside. Shia Hale takes that pitch. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down with a runner at first base in the top of the third inning. That's a strike on the inside corner.
Nice pitch from Zali Summers to strike out Shia Hale.
That's the third out of the inning. Shia Hale questions it, but she's out
no score in the
on a KC for the third out of the inning. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Bears 0, Brisbane Giants 0. Bottom of the third coming up. We'll be back after a word from the sponsors. All right, we're back for the action. We got a pitching change. Number 15, Shia Hale, is coming in to pitch. Moving over also, number 16 is Tiara Graham. Is going into shortstop. And Shia Hale, a first pitch for a strike. And as I was saying previously, Shia is very versatile, plays third, short, can pitch, and has done all three, or all two, third base and pitcher for the White Sox recently. One ball, one strike. That's clips the bottom of the plate.
One ball, two strikes.
That brings up number 49, Shyla Malo, the designated player. Strike on the down ball for the first out of the inning. Yeah, that was it, curved in. Good pitch. It brings up the center fielder, number 8, Nicole Conica. Conica had a swinging strikeout the first at bat. Represented Australia in the Australian. And she beats out that. It just gets past Shia Hale on a ground ball. And Conica shows good speed. Beats it out for an infield single. Brings up number 23, the left fielder, Kiana Hanare. Hanare grounded out to first base the first time up. She squares to bunt. Just misses.
Number 23, Kiana Hanare.
And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Close ball game here. Bottom of the third inning, 0-0. That's over the height of the third base, but foul. Just tried to punch that. Rebecca Bromhead was coming in for the bunt. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hanari, another speedy lefty for the Brisbane Giants. And there's the throw. She beats it, gets under the slide. And Conica showing her speed again, steals second base. Let's see, we got just maybe injured a wrist on that play. Let's see what happened. It was an inside rise ball. Nice throw by the catcher. Conica sliding. Got a hand in on the base. And then a little obstruction, but maybe had gotten stepped on accidentally. Let's see what happened. I think we're going to maybe get a change here. Let's just see what happened. There's a bit of concern for her hand. Let's have a look. She got her right hand in safely. And then as it progressed through, it may have been that she got stepped on. Let's just see. Here's the pitch coming inside. And the throw by Araha Noa. There it is here. There's Conica beating it out. Here comes the throw to second base. We're going to come back after these changes. Conica is being replaced by number 14, Ruby Levanasiva. Ruby Levanasiva. Looks like there might have been a bit of a dislocation, possibly, which is unfortunate for Conica and for the Brisbane Giants. The Australian representative, fantastic center fielder, speedy leadoff batter. So number 14, Ruby Lavenasiva will go to second base. And number 23, Kiana Hanari, is up with one down. That's inside. No, he didn't get hit. It was a pass ball, a little wild pitch. Couldn't be handled by Ataha Noa. And the Brisbane Giants have a runner at third base with one down. Kiana Hanade, the left fielder, looking to put this ball in play. And she does down the left field line, but foul. Ballpark starting to fill up. Ball 4, and Kiana Hanare gets a walk. It brings up number 56, Amaya Fox, over the shortstop with runners at first and third and only one down. And we'll see what happens on this 1-3 play and how the Bears play it and how the Brisbane Giants play it. Hanaday has good speed. Ball 1. That's a ground ball down the right field line. It's going to bring in a run. A runner at third. And they exchange places. Fox over with a base hit down the right field line. Drives in the first run. And the Giants open up their account with a run in the bottom of the third. And it brings up the second base, Jessica Rode. Beautiful base hit. Just over the base. Nice play by the right fielder to cut it off and to hold her to a single. But not before the Giants get their first run of the ball game. Brings up the second base, Jessica Rode. Runner advances to second base. And it's second and third with one down. That's outside. Two balls, no strikes. Rode had a base hit the first time up. That's lined down the right field line, foul. Good piece of hitting by Jessica Rode, taking that outside pitch and driving it to right field, but just foul. Rebecca Bromhead cleans off the ball. Gives Shia Hale a bit of reassurance and a high five. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. The squeeze is on. Run is safe. And a squeeze play works with Jessica Rode executing it brilliantly to score the second run of the inning. Hanari made a beautiful play and a beautiful slide to get in there. And the Giants have their second run of the ball game. And it brings up the first base, number 28, Tony Evers. Still one down. That's high. Runners at second and third, one down. Brisbane Giants have scored 2 runs in the bottom of the third inning. That's line and short hops to left field. Giants have their third run of the ball game. Another hit by the first base. And it was a well-hit ball with the changeup just in front of the left fielder who stopped it, made a nice throw. And the Giants again have runners on the corners. Teague and Bromhead comes out to have a chat with the young ladies. And it brings up third base, 65, Siren Letizia. Chris Buak is having a chat, just making sure that the girls know what they're doing on a 1-3 play. Looks like we're going to have a change. I think we're bringing in number 25. Karina Hale is going to be coming in.
How long do you need?
I'm going to go stretch.
Let's see what we do here.
And reapply my icy hot.
Karina Hale is the pitcher. Shia Hale is probably going to go back to shortstop. We'll see what changes exactly are made here. I'll get 5 warm-up pitches. One more. That's it. All right, they're ready to go. Okay, Shia Hale is going back to shortstop. The designated player will go back to being a designated player. It's just a straight interchange, and the pitcher is coming in. And that'll bring up Letizia, Siren Letizia, the third base, number 65. Got a sacrifice out. Swing and a miss on that high curveball. Just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down, first and third. Brisbane Giants scored 3 runs in this bottom of the third inning. Fouled off. And again, playing a short game. Had a suicide squeeze on there. Just went foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dead ball off the home plate. Giants have runners at first and third. 1 down in the bottom of the third inning. Giants will want to maybe score another run, and the Bears would want to stop this run-scoring Giant team right now. That's lined. And it's out. A beautiful play. Hale takes the out. A double play. And that's the end of the inning. Not before the Brisbane Giants open up their account with 3 runs in the bottom of the third. And after 3 full innings of play, it's the Brisbane Giants 3, Waitakere Bears 0. Top of the 4th coming up. We're with Ballpark Broadcasting. We'll be back shortly, right after a word from our sponsor.
Atiawa
All right, welcome back, everyone. We got an update on the Ramblers Roosters. Ramblers are leading 2-1 in the game on Diamond 2, leading 2-1 in the bottom of the second inning. So the Ramblers lead the Roosters 2-1 in the bottom of the second inning. We're back to this game here, and it's leading off for shortstop. Hope Maka, the second base, pops that one to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. And that brings up the catcher, number 12, Ataha Noa. Noa was a Wellington representative and then has moved up to Auckland. Has played with the Waitakere Bears for quite a few years. Also was on the Auckland NFC team a number of years. Nice change-up shown by Zali Summers. That pitch is high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
One ball, 1 strike.
Noa grounded out to the third base the first time up. That's a ground ball to second base. Picked up by Jessica Road for the second out of the inning. And it brings up the first base, number 69, Kyla Bromhead.
Bringing the bat, number 69, Kyla Bromhead.
Oh, she's hit by a pitch. That one got away from her.
Pace off that pitch. Bromhead hits down to first base on the hit pitch.
Hit by a pitch. And that brings up number 9, the third base, Rebecca Bromhead. Runner at first base. 2 down in the top of the 4th inning. That ball's lined to the left fielder, and she makes a beautiful play.
Straight down the throat of left field. Very hard hit for a
Kiana Hanare. Well, they moved Hanare, and they have Manoia. Hanare was in left field. They moved Kiana Hanare to right field. And that was a line drive out, fly out to 7 for the third out of the inning. And after 3.5 innings of play, it's the Giants 3, Bears 0. Giants coming up to bat. All right, we're back to the action in the bottom of the 4th inning. Giants lead 3-0.
Number 44 up to bat now, Sophie Lawrence.
Pardon me, this brings up the catcher, number 44, Sophie Lawrence, in the bottom of the 4th inning. Karina Hale is on the mound. That misses there. Ball 1. As I said, we'll try to get an update on Conacher's injury. Hopefully it's not serious. And that ball's popped out into the shortstop. Shia Hale backs up and makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Out there a shortstop for first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And that brings up number 2, Manaya Hanare. She made a beautiful play in left field on a line drive hit by Bromhead in the previous inning. And that's out of play. Karina Hale always with a smile on her face. That's popped out first base. And Kyler Bromhead takes it for the second out of the inning.
2 down in the inning.
And it brings up the designated player,
up to bat
number
now.
49, Shyla Malo. Malo KC'd on the first time up. They're looking to swing the bat this time. That's inside. Ball 1. Here we got the Ramblers and the Roosters on Diamond 2. The Bears and the Giants here at Diamond 1.
Let's go, lady.
That's a strike. Oh, that's up. That just missed. Karina Hale wanted that one. She turns it back. Comes back. Swing and a miss on a nice curveball.
That's you, Shy. That's you. Good girl, Solo.
Come, baby. Come, baby.
That's a strike. Paints the corner. That's fouled off.
Now you're in. Now you're in, Charlotte. That's you.
The 1 o'clock game is the Saints versus the Roosters in that crossover.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Saints beat the Ramblers 2-1 in extra innings in the 9 o'clock game. The sun is really starting to come out now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And we're going to hopefully have an afternoon of sunshine. And Shalamalo works out a walk.
The walk. Digs down to first base.
That'll bring up
2
number
out in the
14,
innings, up to the
Ruby
top of the order.
Lavanasiva.
Sivanasiva it is coming into bat, number 14.
Lavanasiva. I'll get it right one day. That just misses. Lavanasiva came in replacing Nicole Conica. That's foul back.
There's a hard cut of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just misses on that. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the ball was just fouled off in front of Kyla Bromhead.
Foul ball there, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Brisbane Giants lead 3-0. That's a strike. And that ends the inning.
Karina Hale gets the job done there. Strikes out Ruby Sivanasiva for the 3rd out.
And that's the 3rd out of the inning.
Here in the bottom
and
of the
4th after 4 full innings of play, it's the Giants lead 3-0 over the Bears. We'll be coming back in the top of the 5th inning with the Bears batting after a word from our sponsor.
At bat now for Waitakere Bears, number 14, Miki Kupa-Nicola.
Yep, we're back. Number 14,
top of the fifth inning.
Mika Kupa-Nicola, who started the game as the pitcher, is up in the top of the fifth inning, and Mika Kupa-Nicola lines that ball straight up the middle, and the Bears have the opening runner on first base.
Deep in the order, Tiana Graham, number 16, up to bat.
Brings up the designated player, number 16, Tiara Graham. Tiara had an error by the third base the first time up. She squares the bunt. It's a nice bunt to third. She's got the runner, and she's safe.
Beautifully
a beautiful sacrifice bunt.
The sacrifice is put in.
Mika Nicola was rounding second, got back in time.
One down, number 21, Amy Goodmanson, up to bat.
Brings up the left fielder, number 21, Amy Goodmanson. One down, runner at second. That's a strike. So here's the bunt. Nice play by the third base. Makes a beautiful throw. A heads-up play by Rhodes to try to get the lead runner. So things are starting to heat up in the top of the fifth. And that's a ground ball to the pitcher. She's going to take the out at first.
Here we go.
The runner at second doesn't have time to advance, and there's two down.
By Zali Summers for the second out.
Brings up Karina Hall. Karina with the, you can't miss that gold-yellow hat, helmet, the yellow helmet. She's noted for it. She wears it at many tournaments. Very distinctive helmet. That's a strike. She looks it into the glove. One ball, one strike. Two down in the top of the fifth inning. That's down, and 2 balls, 1 strike. Zali Summers has gone all the way so far into the fifth inning. And that's a beautiful play by the pitcher, Zali Summers.
Nice catch by pitcher Zali.
She's not only pitching a good ball game, but she's fielding it well, too. Here she goes. All the way in to make the play for the third out of the inning.
Giants continue to lead by 3-0 over Waitakere.
After 4.5 innings of play, it's Brisbane Giants 3, Waitakere Bears 0. Bottom of the fifth coming up. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. We're back in the bottom of the fifth inning with number 23, Kiana Hanare, batting. Speedy left fielder tries to bunt and misses.
Hanare has a dip at the first pitch for a strike.
And it's no balls, 1 strike. Hanare had a walk the last time up and scored. And that's fouled off the left side. Hanari's got excellent speed. She does swing the bat well and also puts down the bunt and slaps very well. Another one of the under 23s from the Brisbane Giants. They're all under 23. And that's a base hit by Kiana. Thrown to first base, but not before the speedy Kiana Hanare gets to first base.
Hanare safe at first. Amaya Fox over into bat.
And that brings up the shortstop, 56, Amaya Fox over. And that's a line drive. And Jess fielded it was a line drive.
Good recovery out there.
Kiana Hanari had to freeze on that one.
Finally gets
and they get the force out at second base.
Hanari out going to 2. Fox over safe at first. Jessica Road up to bat now.
And that brings up the second base, Jessica Road. She's had a ball game so far, 2 singles. Run batted in. And that's fouled off. Good swing by Jessica Road.
Empties the tank on that swing for a strike.
Fox overs at first base, 1 down. As the runner's going, and she's got a stolen base.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner safe at 2.
Runner at second, only 1 down. That's popped up to the first base. Popped out to Kyla Bromhead for the second out of the inning.
Second out of the innings.
It brings up
number 28, Tony Evers.
Number 28, the first base, Tony Evers. Evers has had a base on balls and a base hit. She squares to bunt, shows bunt, just sees what the fielders are doing. This is a well-coached team from the Brisbane Giants. Chris Powaka's got them playing a short game really well. Swing and a miss on that one there. Tony Evers had a good cut at it. Oh, boy.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Karina Hale wanted that one. There's 2 down, a runner at second. That's fouled back. She normally has a smile on her face, and on that one, she was a little disappointed. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 2 down. Brisbane Giants lead 3-0. That's dropped into right field, but foul.
That was
a good piece of hitting by Tony Evers on that outside pitch, just going with it and taking it down to right field. Swing and a miss.
Karina Hale gets the job done.
On the little spinner for the third out of the inning. And we've completed 5 innings. The Brisbane Giants lead 3-0 over the Waitakere Bears. Waitakere Bears having their top of the lineup coming up. And we'll be back. We'll be back shortly after a word from the sponsors. We got the top of the pops coming up for the Waitakere Bears in the top of the 6th inning. It's Shia Hale, who was the pitcher and also now playing shortstop, leading off. That's a strike. We're in the 6th inning so far. We got a pitching change also. Ella Koval Marty, number 77, has come in to pitch for Zali Summers in the top of the 6th inning. That just misses on the outside corner. We got an update on Diamond 2, Roosters and the Ramblers. Roosters have taken the lead 3-2 in the 4th inning. So if the Roosters win that, swing and a miss. If the Roosters win that, they'll be playing the Saints at 1 o'clock in a big game for the number 1 spot. That's foul back. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes in the top of the 6th inning. Bears will be looking to put a few runs on the board to make this a ball game. Swing and a miss by Shia.
Hale strikes out for the first out in the innings to be replaced by number 1.
It brings up the second base, number 1, Hope Maka. Hope had a pop out to the shortstop the last time up, and that's a strike. Koval Mata, number 77, showing some nice pitches coming in for relief. That's popped out and out of play, and she goes ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Coach Tegan Bromhead at third base. And that's popped up down the right field line. It's just foul.
High fly ball falls into nowhere.
Just chased by the right fielder and the second base. Good hustle shown by the right fielder and second base. Rhodes and Hanade. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes. And that's a ground ball to third base, just foul. Nice play by the third base. Snagging that ball. Maka having a good couple of swings. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
Nice work out there. Oh.
And there's 2 down. Ella Koval-Mate showing good pace on that pitch. And it brings up the catcher, number 12, Ataha Noa. That's lined into right center field for a base hit. It'll drop in front of Hanade. And Noa's got a base hit. It brings up the first base, number 69, Kyla Bromhead. And the runner is coming in. Hope Maka is going to be running for Noa with 2 down.
To be replaced by Kyla Bromhead.
Kyla was hit by a pitch the last time up.
The new pitcher out there for Giants, number 77, Ella Koval-Mate.
2 down in the top of the 6th inning. Swing on a high, hard one. There's 2 strikes on Kyla Bromhead. The runner at first, 2 down. That's fouled back and out of play. Two down, the catcher calling the 2 down. Lawrence making sure the defense is all aware of the number of outs in the inning. Kyla Bromhead holds up, checks the swing. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's foul back again, and we got a pitching and a batting duel between Ella Koval-Mate and Kyla Bromhead. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. We got 2 down, runner at first in the top of the 6th inning. Waitakere Bears are looking to open up their account. So far, the pitching for the Giants has been superb. And that line...
hard hit out there.
And that was a line drive to center fielder. Had a track on it and just dropped it in.
Too hot to handle for center field. Nice shot by Kyla Bromhead. Safe at first base, moves the runner around to 3.
You just missed
2 down.
making a nice play. She tracked it well. Bromhead's at second base, or Bromhead's at first base. So there's first and third. First and third, 2 down. Rebecca Bromhead's up. And that's fouled off. On the inside pitch. Center fielder tracked it well, just a little, just tipped off a glove. Runners have, the Bears have runners at first and third, 2 down. Lawrence is going to go and have a chat with Koval-Mate. Settle things down. The Bears also just having a chat. Rebecca Bromhead and Kyla. Kyla goes to first base as the coach. Kayla Clark is at first base as the designated runner. And that's fouled off. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. As I said before, Rebecca Bromhead, former White Sox player, played third base, first base. Very good, accomplished hitter. That's fouled off, foul back, and out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll try to get an update on the Rambler Rooster game. The score was 3-2 to the Roosters in the 4th inning. We'll try to get an update shortly. Rebecca Bromhead, good discipline. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big part of the game right here. Good battle. Just missed. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kayla Clark will be off and running.
Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Kayla Clark will be moving on the pitch. Rebecca Bromhead will be looking to hit. Swing and a miss on a high, hard one.
Yeah, nice job by the pitcher out there to get the
good
job
rotation.
Done.
The Bears threatened with runners at first and third, but don't score. And after 5.5 innings of play, it's the Giants 3, Bears 0. Bottom of the 6th coming up. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. The weather's good. Come on and down to the ballpark and watch some good softball. We got some barn burner games coming up. We'll be back shortly. I think you're right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great bowl game here. The Giants are leading 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off was number 65, Siren Letizia, at the third base, and she's got a ball that hit off the... And she's safe. It was off Karina Hale.
No time in hitting
got to the second base.
Back to the pitcher.
Threw to first over the head. Let's see how that was. Well hit ball. And here's the run. Here's the play. It was a nice scoop by the second base.
That's bad number
just
44,
too high. And the Giants have their leadoff runner on first base. And it brings up the catcher, Sophie Lawrence. Sophie had a sacrifice bunt and a little pop out to the shortstop. And this one might drop in. No, it's to the left fielder who makes the play.
Nice catch out
nice
there
catch.
in left field.
And that was a nice play by the left fielder, Amy Goodmanson.
First out in the
brings up number 2, the speedy.
Manaya Hinare up the bat.
Number 2, Manaya Hanare. The Hanare's got very good speed, both of them. I'm not sure if they are related or not. I think they may be sisters. They look of similar build, but one is bats from the right-hand side and one from the left-hand side. And that's popped up and out of play. And Heads up. And they're just looking for a ball. A little help. Just an update on Diamond 2. The Roosters have broken up that game 6-2. Roosters playing some good softball. And that's grounded. Foul. So the Roosters leading the Ramblers 6-2 on Diamond 2. The Saints and the Roosters play at 1 o'clock on Diamond 2, I believe, again. And I believe Kaipoi will play the winner, the Giants, at 1 o'clock. That's fouled off. Kaipoi earlier beat the Waitakere Bears. Just missed on the inside corner. One down in the
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Bottom of the 6th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Manaya Hanade. That's outside, and it's ball 4. And the Giants have runners at first and second with only 1 down. It brings up the designated player, number 49, Shiloh Malo. Out, a nice double play by Rebecca Bromhead to Shyla Hale to Kyla Bromhead for a double play. And that's the end of 6 full innings of play. And after 6 full innings of play, it's the Brisbane Giants 3, Bears 0. Bears have their last 3 outs coming to bat. We'll see if we can extend this ball game.
Diamond 2 update. Roosters hit a Ramblers 6-2.
All right, here we go into the top of the 7th inning. The Bears leadoff batter is Mika Cooper-Nicola. Nicola had a base hit the last time up.
Waitakere Bears.
Strike on the outside corner. None down in the top of the 7th inning. Giants lead 3-0. That's popped up by the second base. Jessica Rhodes with a beautiful play. Had to go to a right, then back up. Just on the edge of the infield. Made the play in the sun for the first out of the inning.
Number 16.
And that brings up number 16, the designated player, Tiara Graham. And that's foul back. Bears down to their last 2 outs. Tiara Graham will want to get on base. And that's a ground ball. Pop out to the second base.
And hit straight at the second base.
Jessica Rode made another tough play on a pop out. And she's had the last 2 outs. And that brings up the left fielder, number 21, Amy Goodmanson. Goodmanson had a base on balls and a ground out to the pitcher. And Ella Koval-Mata has come in relief and has really shut the door on the Waitakere Bears hitting. That's there for a strike, and it's no balls, 2 strikes.
Number 21, Amy Goodmanson, and is to bat for Waitakere.
She's got great rotation on that pitch. Throws a lovely little rise ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And that's a swing and a miss for the last out of the ball game.
This one 3-0 over Waitakere Bears.
And it's the Waitakere Bears that are run-out winners, 3-0, shutting out the Bears, which is a big accomplishment with that hitting lineup the Bears have. I guess we'll look for a most valuable player on the side, and you can't go past Jessica Rode, but also the pitchers Zali Summers and Ella Koval-Mata combined to shut out the Bears. So we got, this game is over. I think the Bears will be playing possibly later in the day, but the Giants will be playing a little bit later also against Kaiapoi, possibly. And the 1 o'clock game on Diamond 2 will be the Roosters against the Saints. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. This is Joe, Say It Ain't So Fariso, signing off. We'll be back. Have a great day. There's more softball to come. Day 3, moving day. On our way to the grand final tomorrow. Have a good day. Ciao for now.